This is my YAESU FT60-E. During a demo of the TinyGTC, I noticed that it's way off frequency. Let's align it. Welcome on my channel. From the YAESU technical supplement, I read that I have to set the frequency on the handheld to 435.50 MHz and the frequency must be within the 100 Hz. I connect the FT60 via a 40 dBm attenuator and an extra 10 dBm on the TinyGTC for safety. I don't want to break it. Removing an attenuator is easier than repairing the TinyGTC. With the first test I measure minus 24 dBm on the TinyGTC, which is below the minimum of minus 20 dBm for a correct measurement, but on 145 MHz it still counts correctly. But when I move to 435.50 MHz the TinyGTC doesn't count correctly anymore, but it's safe to remove the extra 10 dBm attenuator and test it with the correct signal levels for the TinyGTC. The 3 GHz count is coming from the TinyGTC internally. That's caused by the internal oscillation from the prescalers when there's no signal present on the input. So let's remove the extra 10 dBm attenuator and test again. When I test it with the correct input levels, 145 MHz is about 140 Hz of frequency, which is already out of spec. And 432 MHz is about 400 Hz of frequency, which is completely out of spec. And when I test it with the correct 432.50 MHz, it's even worse. To enter the alignment mode, you have to hold the MONI and lamp key and turn the radio on. You need very tiny fingers to do that. After you release the keys, you have to enter a key sequence. And when that's done, enter the F/W key to enter the alignment mode. Now I have to select the right frequency, 432.50 MHz. Within 5 seconds I have to press the PTT to activate the transmitter and adjust the dial to get the right output frequency within 100 Hz. It is about 10 Hz off, that's within the 100 Hz, I keep it this way. I'm not going through all the alignments, they are actually quite the same. Select the menu and use the dial to adjust. It's all digital, but this one alignment is different. For this measurement you have to open the FT60 to access the test point. So let's start to open the FT60. First I disconnect the FT60 and remove the battery. There are 4 screws in total to remove and I start with the 2 on the bottom. Then I remove the lock nuts from the volume and frequency dial. My tool doesn't fit, but my tweezers did the job. I also removed the nut from the antenna and connector. I removed the 2 last screws. And the FT60 is open. Before I continue, let's have a look at the technical supplement. I have to connect a DC voltmeter to TP1015, inject a signal for 70 centimeters, do the adjustment and again for the 2 meter band. Again I use my TinySA ULTRA as signal generator. Let me show you where you can find test point 1015. And this is the test point. I have placed the keys on the PCB so I can enter the code to get into the alignment menu. I select the right adjustment item with the band key A1TUN. Now to get access to the test point I have to remove the keys again. I use tweezers to start the alignment. Oh yes, you have to start within 5 seconds. By turning the dial, select the highest voltage and this adjustment is also done. Time to put the FT60 back together, starting with disconnecting the handheld and put the keys back in the front cover. The battery clip, don't forget these. And I can put the front cover back on. The battery clip fell out, put it back again. And the case is closed again. After I have put back all the screws, nuts, rubbers and knobs, the FT60 is ready for use. Thank you for watching.